Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli, back with another review video, continuing on with the Harry Potter review marathon, of course. Now we've come to the third installment, which being The Prisoner of Azkaban, and this is where, from, one by one, each of the Harry Potter films, they slowly but surely get dark, and definitely for this one, it starts to get dark, yeah. Things start to get dark, and especially because with the Warner Brothers and Harry Potter logos, definitely. So the story of The Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter, played by Daniel Radcliffe, his third year at Hogwarts, starts off badly when he learns deranged killer Sirius Black, played by the one and only Gary Oldman, has escaped from Azkaban prison and is bent on murdering the teenage wizard, so we think at first. While Hermione, played by Emma Watson, her cat torments Ron, played by Rupert Grint, sickly rat, causing a rift among the trio, a swarm of nasty Dementors is sent to protect the school from Black. A mysterious new teacher helps Harry to learn to defend himself, but what is his secret tie to Sirius Black? So this is where, again, things start to get dark, as I just explained, and there are a lot of great stuff to the third film, definitely. This time not being directed by, Chris Columbus. He only stayed as producer. The director of this was Alfonso Cuarón. I'm having trouble pronouncing his last name, I apologize. But he would go on to direct, say, the Oscar-winning film Gravity, starring George Clooney. And Jennifer, I forget her last name, I do apologize, but Gravity, basically. Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff to this film. Like, some of the sequences, like, Marge Dursley, Harry's other aunt, she at one point, because of Harry's anger, causing her to be big and poofy and so on and floating out, outside and in the air. There's also the night bus sequence. That was a great scene, too. Some of the sequences with the Dementors were pretty good, and especially because, hey, new faces that come in. Like, of course, most notably, David Thewlis, who plays Professor Remus Lupin. The class he teaches, which is, the spell ridiculous. I think that's how you say it, yeah. Like, turning things, what they fear, turning them into something funny, basically. Like, Severus Snape, once again played by the late Alan Rickman, like, that's one of Neville's fears, and imagining Snape with Neville's grandmother's clothes and purse, that's pretty funny. Alan Rickman being a good sport at that. Yeah, the Dementors, this is the movie's debut of the Dementors. I'm kind of saying it backwards. This was the debut of the Dementors in this film, and they're quite scary. Obviously, who wouldn't be scared of Dementors? Especially there's also, like, a couple of times we see the fat lady played by Dawn French. Also, fun fact: her ex-husband was the voice of the Shrinking Head of the Night Bus. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Ha 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 ha! That laugh. The Shrunken Head was pretty good, part of the Night Bus sequence. And also, a new character in this, actually it's a creature from Rubeus Hagrid, Buckbeak. Buckbeak was a pretty good character in this, and, started a bond between Harry and, well, Buckbeak at one point injured Draco Malfoy, and, at one point Buckbeak is sentenced to be executed, but before that epic sequence where Buckbeak and Harry, they're flying, and that epic shot of Harry spreading his arms out, woohoo! That was an epic shot right there. Yeah, that sequence too was good. Some stuff with Sirius Black, well, when they come up to, say, the Willow Tree, and, Sirius Black is there, and it turns out that, something about Ron's rat, is actually not a rat. It's actually who believed to be dead, but no, actually, it was all his doing, and Sirius Black was framed. Peter, I'm sorry for having trouble pronouncing his last name, but basically played by Timothy Spall. He was the one, Peter was the one that like, told Voldemort about, I guess, Lily and James' whereabouts, and that's where, of course, Voldemort killed them, and blaming Sirius Black on this, Sirius Black being framed for that, and so on, which, really, it was Peter who was responsible for this. And it turns out that, the secret that Lupin was hiding was the fact that when the moon is full, he turns into a werewolf, and that sequence where, a fight between Sirius Black and Lupin in their animal forms, pretty cool. And when the Dementors come in, and they're attacking Sirius Black and Harry as well. But another spell that's introduced in this film, Expecto Patronum, it could defeat, and, it's like a shield or something, it can, buzz off, basically, the Dementors, like a heavenly chorus and so on, like something like that could defeat evil, etc. Especially at one point, this was a really good moment for the movie, where Hermione and Harry, they go back in time. Hermione has had this thing around her neck where she can turn back and she can go back in time, to certain moments and so on. That was a really good sequence. They nailed it perfectly with the whole time travel thing. Even Dumbledore setting them up to go back in time, and, even when they're back in time and they save Buckbeak and so on, well, Dumbledore knows that they're there and distracting the Minister of Magic and so on, and it's really good. And oh yeah, forgot to mention, Dumbledore, this time being played by Michael Gambon. Michael Gambon was fantastic as Dumbledore, without a doubt. And at the end of the film, because, hey, Sirius Black is saved, him and Buckbeak go flying off, and later on, Harry receives a gift from, Sirius Black, which is a new broom, because at one point during the Quidditch, Harry's broom broke after an incident with the Dementors. So he gets a new broom. It can fly really fast, and that last shot where it just freezes, ha ha, it's funny. And the credits are really good too, where, a map that was given to Harry by Fred and George, they snuck into Lupin's office and they took it. Basically, it shows where everybody is and so on, and, I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good. That map, and, I almost forgot to mention, during, when it's winter time and Christmas and Hogsmeade, Harry's unable to go to Hogsmeade, but with his cloak, he sneaks into Hogsmeade, especially when he saves Hermione and Ron from Malfoy and, Crabbe and Goyle. Well, no, Goyle wasn't there, but somebody else was. Invisible and throwing snowballs at them, pretty funny, and even Draco had a few funny moments, even, taunting Harry. Dementor, Dementor, ooh! Anyways. But, Also, can't forget about her. One more thing to talk about. Emma Thompson, she was so good as Sybil Trelaw. I guess that's how you say her name. She was so good in this. It's Emma Thompson. What else is there for me to say? All right, but with all that being said, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, it's a really good film, and for it being the third installment, it's in my top 5 favorite Harry Potter films somewhere. And I definitely give this a 10 out of 10. And what about you guys? What do you think of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban? What did you think of my review? Leave comments and give this review a like, as always. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. More reviews coming your way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward, and I'll see you guys in the next video/review. And of course, continuing on reviewing the Harry Potter films in the Harry Potter Review Marathon. Next up, the 5th installment, The Goblet of Fire. Take care, and peace out.